So that is what discernment is about, is learning to feel what works for you. What is giving you that magnetic pull versus what is making you go, oh, gotta think about this, or oh, I better do this, I'm anxious, I'm scared, I'm gonna miss something. So how do we take this concept now and apply that in our lives as a starseed or in our lives as a spiritual seeker? Hello, I'm so glad you joined me today. I wanted to chat with you about something that I think is really important to a lot of us right now, and that is this whole concept of discernment. Ultimately, what I'm talking about today is learning to trust that inner knowing in your heart, in your beingness, your intuition, trusting your gut, about the things that you experience, that you choose, that you wish to believe is truth, and those that you don't. And understanding that whichever way that you choose is okay. So that's really what today is all about. In the eyes of many, a very enhanced time for manifesting and creation. However, there is a lot of content out there as well that is not necessarily what might resonate as true for you. And there's a lot of content out there that is deliberately trying to divert people from following their own path, their own spiritual path, by creating a sense of fear or anxiety or the infamous FOMO. Oh my God, something's happening, I'm gonna miss out. Oh my God, if I don't do it this particular way, it's gonna be wrong and I'm gonna enter another cycle of struggle and frustration and fear. Are you though? Or are you just tapping into the energy of that fear and anxiety and stress? So, discernment, what is that all about? This is really a concept that is putting a name on something that you can do naturally. And as awakened spiritual beings, we are remembering how we are able to interact with our experience on the earth and our experience with ourselves. The concept a lot of people really get confused by. You hear higher vibration, high vibe, 5D, 3D. It's really just a matter of resonance, of shifting energy. It's not so much better or worse. So please feel into that. And if that feels like something that resonates with you, then keep it. If not, let it go. Which brings me right back. That is what discernment is. Discernment is learning to trust your instinct, your heart, your gut, your intuition, and knowing what works for you, that makes you feel good, that gives you that magnetic pull, that makes you go, oh, what is that? What is that little thing? What's that little light? I'm going to go follow that. That's really interesting. That's making me curious, excited, interested. What can I learn? Will it shift something in me? Do you feel the energy that I'm putting out on the camera here? As opposed to something that you see and you go, oh, well, that's interesting. Now, I'm curious about that, but I'm not 100% sure I feel that. So this is more a state of neutrality as an observer. That's interesting. What does that mean? But it's a very different energy from, oh, that's exciting, I gotta go follow it, right? That's being an observer, looking at it, going, interesting, curious. As opposed to seeing yet another piece of information, and you're like, oh, geez, I better do this, or I'm gonna have consequence, or I better think about this some more. And next thing you know, you are up in your head, and you are in that spiral, and the energy gets really intense. And I'm going to go into that energy for a sec. If you're super sensitive, then be aware, because I'm just going to project that for a second. So you see this thing and you're like, oh my God, Lionsgate portal, manifesting. I want to change my life. I need to be better. What am I going to do? I got to get into this. I got to be it. I got to buy the program. I got to get on that. Oh my God, if I don't do this, I'm not doing it right. I'm not going to send. I'm not going to be 5D. I'm not going to help people. I've got to get in there. I've got to think about this. Is this the right thing? This guy wants my money. Is that true? Is it not true? I don't know if I should do it. Whoa, see what I'm saying? Now my heart's going digga, 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 digga. But do you feel the difference? Do you feel the difference? Ultimately, that's what this is about, is feeling, getting out of here, and going into here. I have spent a lot of my time in the FOMO, that fear of missing out, or feeling anxious, or feeling super like there's not enough time and I'm not going to get things done, and I've only got so much time on earth and I'm not doing what I'm here to be doing, and I'm not following my path, and am I a starseed that's supposed to be on this ascended guidance journey and teaching? And do you see how That has all gone up into my head. Not grounded, not in my body. I'm not feeling my body at all. I'm all up in my head, in my mind, and thinking and thinking and thinking. Versus, oh, here's this piece of information, this content. That looks cool. Oh my gosh, that's very exciting. That is making me feel kind of tingly, kind of like I want to follow it. Do you see the difference? Do you feel the difference? So that is what discernment is about, is learning to feel what works for you. What is giving you that magnetic pull versus what is making you go, oh, gotta think about this, or oh, I better do this, I'm anxious, I'm scared, I'm gonna miss something. So let's talk real world situation. How do we do this? If you're still with me, I love you. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for watching. I know I can go tangenty, but that's okay. That's because I'm talking to myself on the camera, but I'm actually talking to you. So how do we take this information and use this in our day-to-day? How do we do this as a starseed and a spiritual person? The number one thing to do is learn what feels right to you. How do you feel in the moment where you're like, yeah, that is something I am really excited about, okay? Take a second with me here, okay? So let's just think of something that makes you super excited, whether that's being creative, drawing, painting, dancing, singing, doing art, moving, whatever it is, right? Something creative that you like to do. Or maybe you're a hands-on person, or maybe you like to write, whatever it is. Okay, so there's that thing. Now, tap into your physical body and think to yourself, there's that thing that I really like. Where am I feeling it? So for me right now, I'm feeling it here because I'm laughing and I like that sort of sensation of tightness, excitement in my cheeks. I'm feeling it in my heart. I'm feeling a vibration in my body, like I'm excited, I want to go do something. That for me is the feeling of that magnetic pull of something that I want to follow. And so for me, that is my truth. That is my tell in my physical being that there's something that I want to pursue. That feels good. I like the way that feels. I would like to continue doing that. Now, the opposite. Where do you feel when something is BS? If someone's telling you something that's not true. So if I'm looking you in the eye and I'm saying, well, you know, we're sitting here, we're having a little chat, and my coffee mug is bright red. Honestly. I know you think you're seeing white, but it's bright red, right? So I'm totally BSing. Where do you feel that sensation? So somebody is deliberately telling you something that's not true. Where do you feel that in your body? For me, I feel it in my gut, in my stomach. There's a tightness. There's a defensiveness. It's almost like the inner part of me is going, nope, nope, putting a shield up. Nope, don't believe it. Where do you feel that? So once you learn to feel it in your physicality, in your emotions, you can use that as you go forward. As soon as you read something, see something, have an experience with somebody, have a group experience, a shared experience, watch a YouTube video, listen to a teaching, read a book. Where does it resonate with you? Are you feeling it in a positive way for you that makes you go, yeah, I want to pursue it? Or are you sort of shielding and going, I don't know? Or are you going up into your head and being skeptical? Or are you being completely neutral and just going, well, that's interesting. I have no judgment around that. I just want to see what that's about. So that's how you use your discernment to go forward. So to bring all of this jazz back to this point in time, with this whole overwhelming bombardment, what I call the spiritual propaganda of don't enjoy the moment because it's not high vibe enough, you're never doing enough, you're not doing it right, you need to be sparkly, you need to be happy, you need to be doing it this way, you've got to follow this person, you got to give me the money to get to this point, you haven't cleared enough negative energy, you don't have the right crystals. But it gets down to the core, doesn't it? It gets down to the core of what it really is. And for me, it is not resonating, so I let it go. And that's what this whole thing is all about. Take it or leave it, however you like it. It is. Do you believe it? Do you not believe it? Do you feel it? Or do you not? Take what works for you as your truth, because it's easy, it's simple, you feel it, and it feels right. For you, that is your truth. Let go of what does not. You might find this video something you don't resonate with. I'm not offended. That's okay. If it doesn't resonate with you, that's fine. It's using your discernment. So I think this is a really valuable tool.